Give me a second. I'm just back in the door. There, I mean, a few minutes ago, sorry, and I'm only getting up now. I only had myself a cup of tea and something to eat there, so I'm only in the door a few minutes. So bear with me a second. I was back here earlier on. I was downloading something on my PS5, so I'm just checking now because I just really sat down to have a cup of tea there. I just had something to eat and I finished eating there. Didn't get the chance to see. Is it installed? I think it is. Oh, it is installed. Lovely, lovely, jubbly. Oh, everything's installed. So, yowdy. When is it coming out again? The 28th this week, yeah. So we have it downloaded and ready to go. Hello, Bitwin, how are you? Uh, so we have it downloaded and ready to rock and roll, and that's okay for Friday. So that's okay, just wanted to check that. So we probably do the fire simulator. I don't know if people remember us doing fire. Probably do that tonight, later on. Because I can just feel like chilling tonight than doing anything else. I don't feel like doing anything else tonight. I'm a bit tired, I suppose you can say that. So it can just be a bit dull as the moment. So take it easy a bit tonight. Think of this over rest for a bit. And should we go you need the rest now and again. YouTube upload updated its a whole lot on the phone, so it's quite different than what it used to be. So yeah, but anyway, it's hard to believe it's Wednesday. It doesn't feel like Wednesday. I don't know. That there. Um, uh, let me see. Yeah, that's fine. I probably shouldn't finish. Just clicking some fucking random YouTube video. It was a YouTube short. I hate when I just open YouTube nowadays. I click on something by mistake. I always do that, like literally. This is how much is my phone nearly charged. Yeah, nearly charged. My tablet is charged. Plenty of time. Let me see. Where was YouTube? I probably shouldn't pin it. Yeah, I probably should not pin it. I just put it up. I know I leave it pinned at the moment. I take it down. I won't put it up again. I only put it up once, and that's all I do after that. Yeah, I leave it there for the moment. Oh, have a cup of tea. It's starting to rain. When I was coming in there, I was raining. It was nice enough until then. I'm a bit tired now, not gonna lie to you. My thing's charging. Yeah, it's charging. It's charging. Oh no. Relax a bit and before we play this Valley Simulator. I still have to do a review on the Destroy Humans. That's it. I need to do that. Is that thing, I give something to Davey earlier on, did he upload the one though? This morning I give him something. Did I? I think I did. I'm trying to think, was it the other day? Was it the day? I'm forgetful sometimes. I think he did upload. Possibly. I can't actually remember. It might be just editing it. Yeah, I say he's probably just editing it. That's okay. I asked him later. No hurry on it. There's one person here. Hello. Hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. They said Thursday there, but sometimes I just forget what day of the week it is. Anyhow. Anyway, anyway. What am I taking off here? Like, what am I? I'm drinking before I quit or something like that. I'm trying to think. I can't remember what I was taking off. Anyhow, anyway. I don't know. I feel so tired this evening, but no. Oh no, it's just I'm tired. I'm not sad about that. I'm just a bit tired. That's all it is. A bit of sleep, to be totally honest. So yeah, a bit of tea would probably warm me up a bit and kind of wake me up a bit. Just I didn't really get much sleep last night, to be totally honest. Got about 2 or 3 hours. That's about it. So and then I was up at 6:30 this morning, getting ready for work and things like that. So it was just one of them. Why were you crying? Does it look like I'm crying? I know if probably when I'm tired, I look a bit like I'm crying. Yes, I do. Indeed. Um. So yeah, but yeah, it's getting nippier now by the day. I'm finally getting a nippier. You can feel it. Well, I feel it. I always have my gloves on me, so that's why even during the summertime, a lot of people said I had tan in my hand and my face and things like that, because they're always there's not on your face and hands compared to my glove, because I always have gloves on me, so you can see how white it is. Then you can see how white my hand is compared to maybe my the other part of my skin. What is this, vitamin water? A cup. Yeah, well, I suppose that's a cup. Yeah, technically so. But yeah. But yeah, we do the fire simulator. What time are we at? By 9 o'clock we do the fire simulator. Then we'll try and finish that. Yeah, the fire simulator. We let me see the fire. We have another game too we can play, but before Call of Duty comes out. But I kind of just want to do the fire simulator. I am looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm not doing anything, but it's good to see. We have sweets and all that for the kids and all that. Yeah, we've got a few sweets. We buy a good lot of sweets for the kids. A lot of people like tea leaves. I mean, it was in the restaurant the other day for lunch. A lot of people are having tea leaves and things like that. I don't know. I just had no cup of tea. I didn't have much time to stand around. But a lot of people like their tea leaves. Anyhow. We used to make it again. One year we had an awful out. I think it was like 400. When we first moved here back years ago, with 400 bags of sweets, with different kinds, and we spent ridiculous amount of money on sweets that year because we didn't know. And guess what happened? Barely 100 people. I think it was only about 50. I think it was 50. It wasn't 100. It was barely. And you know what we had to do with the rest of the sweets? We brought them into the school down here. We give that to the children in school, and the teachers give them bags of sweets and things like that. So, and that was for the whole school. So we were very kind because we had so many bags of sweets. It was ridiculous. So everybody had a bag of sweets. It was not even funny. How many we had that time? And then last year we had a few. We had a few people. I'm always very good. It's always a tradition. We give them a few bob. So we put we have about €50 aside for kids, and we just give a few bob here and there. We don't give them. It's €50 is good enough for we give €1 here, €1 there, or €2 here and €2 there. But see, not many kids come. Like it's usually, as I say, 50. It's needed the same 50. Last year there was not many. There was only 5 or 6 that came. But again, we didn't have many sweets because we knew there'd be that many last year. But this year we have a good few more. We have about, at the moment I didn't count actually how many we have, about 100 bags done up so far. But we have a few boxes. If we need to make up any more, but wait and see. I just want to see what the weather will be next week, because if it's obviously going to be lashing rain or something like that, not many people are going to come out and get soaking. But yeah, we see what happens in it. People probably living in the state or something like that. I remember what somebody saying to me once, they lived in the state, and one year they bought. I could, yeah, well, if some of them wanted tea, we could, but I don't think they would want tea now. I don't think many kids would want tea. I think they would be interested in sweets now. What was I saying? Yeah, one person lived in the state there in the town there, and I think they about have about nearly over 2,000 children coming to them. And the first year they moved there, they had a few sweets, and they were gone within about 5 minutes. And so that this every time there's Halloween, they go away and they don't stick around the house, because again, this is in the main set of the town. Like, this is in the main part of the town, and obviously the town has about 10,000 people in it. So obviously there would be a good lot of children. Again, this is right smack in the middle of the town, so quite literally everybody, and a lot of people from the outside of the town, like take for example Ballyhays, what Hills, they go into the town, to meet up with their friends and things, to go for trick or treating around the town. It's crazy. It's crazy stuff. And then you have the back end street. Yeah, I remember when I went trick or treating a few times when I was young. We went down back country roads and things like that. And there was the usual. There was only, I think there was one road we went down, was a few houses, and I think there was only about 3 or 4 kids that went down that road, and they were used to us going nearly every year. When I was young, when I was really really young, 4, 5, and 6, probably 7, up until probably I was 8. Only went up until when I was 8, and then never went out after that. So then people were used to us, and I always knew how many were coming, because it was the back end of nowhere. So. And obviously they always give us a few bob and things like that, which was kind of them. Again, majority of them were elderly people, but they always make sure they have something for you, a few bob. And again, what I mean by a few bob, they have €10 nearly each, because there was less. There was only about 4 of us going on that road, and we just give us, because it was only 4 of us, you see. Because again, it was in the back end. It was literally the back end of nowhere, so nobody would go down it. Like in towns and villages, there's a bit more people than there is in the back country streets. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I would say if anybody has any kids, the best thing to do. I know it's dangerous, but do make sure you lit up, of course. If you're on the back streets, like take for example in the country roads and things like that. Please do bring torches and things, because they're dangerous. If you're on the down roads. But yeah, there's where you probably would get the majority of the sweets and bits and bobs. Because the towns and the villages are always packed with people. But again, it does depend on the weather. Because there was 1 year, 2 years before COVID came along, and it was very bad weather. I think it was wet and windy, and only about a few children came. There was literally nobody really came because it was that weather. Yeah, once or twice, yeah, they have apples. I remember one person, one time they had apples at the door, where they had a bite into the apple or something like that. Yeah, but I don't know. Some people do that, and some people ask you for a treat, like what they call it, for you to tell them a joke or something, sing a song or something like that. So that's what they do. My hair's standing up, man. I could power shots him. But yeah, it's good. It's good for kids to get out and about and to get a few sweets. Yeah, again, there's a lot of Halloween discos too at the same time too. I think Monday's a bad day for Halloween, but anyway, it's just kind of the way it was. Well, but yeah, nobody can beat Christmas now, but yeah, Christmas is a good time. It's a nice joy. The music and all that. Like during Christmas, probably have Christmas music on here. Just because I like Christmas music in the background. So. Oh yeah, well there's some kids actually. Yeah, I remember my grandmother. Their home house, my mother's home house. They used to have fruit and stuff too, along with sweets and fruit and stuff. Because again, this was in the back end. When it was not technically the back end, no, but still, it was on a main road. But it was a very dangerous road that many people wouldn't go. Probably only about 20 kids would go to the house, and they would have fruit there, and some kids would take fruit and apples and stuff like that. You'd be surprised. But nowadays that's probably different because then that's back probably about 7 years, 8 years ago. Would you be surprised? Some kids like the fruit and vegetables. They were not favorite fruit, but when it was showed, it was apples and it was oranges and then there was some fruit. I never came across it, but yeah, my grandmother used to like doing it for the kids when she was alive. Like having sweets and then just having the choice if they wanted apples or things. But again, I suppose if you live in the back end, you know the people. Like in the town there, I don't know how anybody would have the money to afford to buy all these sweets. Say the time. I know, but it's good for the kids. I know it's very evil time and things, but it's good for the kids just to kind of enjoy themselves and yeah, it's good to see them having fun. There's not much they can really get out and about and have fun, I suppose. Ooh, petrol, no battery. Oh yeah, petrol, yeah, be handy. Now. I will say this to two people. If you are using fireworks and things like that, do be careful now. It can be dangerous. So just to say to people, if you see any children playing with fireworks and things like that, I would say to you to try and stop them from doing it, because it can be dangerous. And if you see somebody messing around with it, it can be dangerous. So I would inform the guards or somebody because it is dangerous. I kind of I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, you kind of get what I'm saying, but it's I can see where you're coming from. But yeah, and it's gonna be a wet day tomorrow, and I can tell by the rain out there now. I wouldn't mind when I was out of the water was mine. Then as soon as I came home, anyway, that's always the way. I suppose to, yeah, but everything is the same. But everything that goes to the mouth, it's always over the top and things. But I suppose at the same time, it still has a bit of Irish culture to it. Is that charged? Sorry, I keep getting up and looking at it. Just make sure it's charged and so that. Oh, everything went black there, black there for a second. Hello, Sean. Yeah, it's going to be miserable day tomorrow. I'm going to just over the rain. Good weather for the ducks, but apart from that, it's not good weather for everybody else. What's that email? I wonder what's that over there. Good evening, Sean. Good evening. Very formal. Very formal. Good evening, Mr. Logan. What can I do for you this evening? Hello, Mona. How are you doing? Everybody's good evening. All formal. The president. I'm going to be the president now. Good evening, Mr. Logan. Hope everybody's having a good evening, apart from the rain out there. But apart from that, I hope everybody's having a good day and a good evening. Half the week gone already. Nearly the end of October already, which will be November next. Then Christmas. So you will find the Christmas. I know I shouldn't mention it now. People are going to shoot me. It's a bit soon to be after Halloween. Then you can mention it. I suppose. Aye, it is indeed. It's absolute pissing. I can hear it out there. Like when I was coming in the door, it was pissing. Excuse me, Mr. Logan, Your Majesty. Oh, Your Majesty. Your Majesty, Majesty of Glory's even Lord here. Lord, your Lord of the Manor. Good man, Lord of the Manor. Um, I know, but this is kind of when you say good evening, you know. It's kind of Your Majesty, you know. I don't know. I felt, I don't know. But yeah. Yeah. Hello, Captain Wildlife, aka Irish Wildlife. How are you? Everybody's coming in here now. How is things? Oh my god, everybody's coming in. Are you a Tory? Conservative in the UK? No, thank you. I'm fine. Like in the UK, and I'm conservative, not in the UK now. I don't want to be involved with that mess, so that's fair in the UK. Oh geez, it's piddling down here too. Yeah, book it. It was all right there for a while until I came back around before 8 o'clock there. And then it started pissing down. It's not going to be nice now. Are you Troy? You asked me Troy or Tory. And what tea bags? I just use Barry's. That's what it is. Good weather for the ducks and frogs, yeah. Not good weather for people who are out and about. If that makes any sense. Because you can get very drenched very easily. Fed up with you. Yeah, we could have, you can call me conservative here, yeah, but not the UK. I don't want anything to do with that mess. It's just we branded themselves, the Irish Wildlife, because I don't know. I could come up with something. The rebranded. You know the way companies rebrand and things like that. Yeah, some mess in the UK now. Richie Sunak is the Prime Minister now. Yes. All the yeses. Yeah, same person. Same person, different logo. Rebranded. We have Tony here with the ducks and the frogs. That's some Demented frog icon there. Or what do you call it? Emoji. That's all. It seems like he's high, that frog. Tony might be giving him some drugs or something on the side. Looks a bit demented. And the duck looks a bit drugged up too. Am I a communist? Do I look like a socialist comrade? He's but it's the same way. Like nothing wrong with them. It's just the way. You know yourself. With Connor Street there, you see it yourself. It's a mess. Let's be fair. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be let to go the way it is going. Especially in the National Street, and obviously the historic significance it has to the country. And it's the same with every main street in the country. Like you talk about Cavan Town, Roscommon, Roscommon, Letterkenny, Monaghan Town, every town, Dundalk and Loud, and Navan, you see these things happening, and you have to put a stop to it, really. In Knock, beginning in October. Oh yeah, down in Knock. Yeah, I need to. I was down in Knock one time when I was younger. I need to get down sometime again. Knock and up. You can hear it pelting down now. But yeah, I have to get down to Knock at some stage. It's a nice little place down there. It's like walking down. Yeah, exactly. But it's not that. It's obviously true. There's other things happening, like drugs and things like that. But people don't feel safe, and that's the main thing. People don't feel safe to open the shop or anything on the street, and people don't even feel safe to go down the streets. So that's obviously a major thing when people don't feel safe, particularly elderly people and things like that. They should feel safe on their own streets. And particularly again, it's in broad daylight. Half of these things will happen. When, when you're supposed to be safe, and again, God knows what could happen at night if it's happening in broad daylight. What is an extra? You asked me what is it? What is an exorcism and what is that? I couldn't tell you. I know the word deceive, but I don't know. Yeah, I tell you, it's going to be something miserable today tomorrow now. And I wouldn't mind, the waters have gone up very much. I was looking at the river today too. It's gone up ridiculous amount. Aye, well, O2 will never mention that, and I can't really mention it, but it's a combination of everything too. They kind of just need to clean it up altogether, regardless of who it is and what it is. They kind of just need to put an end to everything that's going on to it. In other words, they need to restore some order. Were you ever on TV? Yeah, actually, I was. I wasn't speaking around. I was in the background. What's before when Flat Clone Heron was in cabin in 2011. I was in the background on what do you call it? What do you call that? It was TV3. It was TV3 at the time. I was in the background of their news presenting what's when the flower was in cabin. Yeah, but I wasn't on it or like speaking on it. Like it was just a split second where you could see me. It wasn't Fortune Media at the time. It was TV3. It was TV3 at the time. It wasn't Fortune Media. Fortune Media was only the last few years that changed over. The rebranded, the same as Irish Wildlife. The rebranded. But that's back in the era. I don't know if you remember that, but I remember them changing the name. Everybody's rebranded. Yeah, the owners changed, yeah. But yeah, it was in the background one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. Well, everything, like, it just needs to be completely cleaned up and put a stop to everything that's going on in the country. Regardless of who it is. If they're breaking the law, the law's they should come down hard on them and put an end to the criminal activities. That should just be the way it is. Because obviously, the carry on that's happening, like even yesterday, there's a video I seen beside the GPO, they're meters away from the GPO, of a restaurant being vandalised. And you ask yourself where some Garda Síochána O'Connor, this is about 4 o'clock in the midday, and not a member of the guards around anywhere to put around to it. And I wouldn't mind, but this is the funny thing. I was watching one time live on Facebook there. You know the way the guards go into basically people what they call it when people refuse to leave a property. You know the way they refuse to leave a property, and the guards have to go in and take them out. Like they had the tactical support units and the riot squad and everything, had the armed support units and everything for that, and we know they've been found in the country. But again, that's just the guards for you. Ah, of course. Yeah, but they're opening the Garda station in O'Connor Street. But when is that going to happen? That's the next. Well, they probably should anyway within the Garda station because those streets around the corner, yeah. I'm sure you get right, but yeah, this is midday now. Like, yeah, I'm sure you'll agree. It's not like it was in the middle of the night they went in on this. I wouldn't really go as far as saying they should get the military police involved and get the military police to take back the situation. I know that's probably like, oh no, he's calling the military out now. Because I think they're the only people who probably could restore a bit of order back on the street. But again, the guards nowadays, I've seen. No, they did. No, they actually changed the decision. Yeah, I know what you were saying, the tours, but they actually changed it. You look up, there was a document Primeton put up on their Twitter account, saying that the guards were forced the decision to have it as a tour. They were forced that they're going to make an own guard decision. The military police, this military police unit in Ireland is under the Defence Forces. It's in charge of protecting the government buildings and lets the house and things like that. They have military police there. And the same with when I was in the Áras, the Áras, the President's House, the military police there too. And the same with the army barracks. These have a military police unit in Cavan when the army barracks was here. The MP. Because again, they wouldn't mess around, let's put that way. If somebody was causing trouble, they'd get the batons out and beat them. And I know that's kind of wrong, but it's kind of the only way to teach some of these people a lesson when they break the law is use a bit of force too. It's again, because the law in this country is just broken, it just doesn't work. Unfortunately, again, it's an unfortunate situation. Oh, they can use the military police, yeah. They did call out, they called the military police in before. When the Queen was here, do you remember the trouble when the Queen the military police was called in? They can call in the military police if it needs to be, they can. Because they're technically not the army, they're technically the police for the army. That's what they do. So it's kind of, in a technical term, they can use them when they need to. They can't call out the only army units to deal with something, unless it's extremely serious. But obviously the Minister for Defence has to authorise the army to be deployed. Obviously used to bring around the bike machines and things like that, but they don't do that now. But yeah, the MPs can be deployed if it's necessary. Oh yeah, the actual army. No, the MPs are just not technically the army, but the police, the army. They're say if a soldier breaks the law, it's up to the MPs to deal with that, and it's up to the army police to deal with. It's up to the military, not what's to deal with. Oh yeah, the minutes, yeah, it is up there. I'll get it for you in a second. We read through it because there was a statement released after the Primeton document. They changed their mind, and they're going to make it a full-on police station now. But I don't know about sellers because the other Garda station beside the bus office there. They'll probably bring them to there if they're going to hold them anyway. But the army has to. If say for example God forbid there was a big situation in Dublin, God forbid there was a few people, there was a few bombs set off, God forbid. The minister for defence or the Taoiseach or probably even I think it's the minister of defence has to authorise the use of the army, but it'd be probably the arms if the armed support unit can't deal with it. They'll call in the army. But that'd be the last resort if they need to. That's the way it should work, innit? But I don't know. It could be the Taoiseach that authorise it, but I think it's the Minister of Defence. As far as I know, again, it could change a bit. I do actually know, but I think that's the way it works. Because I know the MPs can't be used in the street because they were on the streets before. Yeah, they should be a bit more of it, yeah. Yeah, Store Street, yeah, sorry. What was I saying? Store Street, yeah, beside the bus office, yeah. Yeah, because it's not really that far away. It's just around the corner, basically. But yeah, there should be a Garda station. I look for the statement said to be right then, because they did enforce the decision, and it's going to be there as members of the public can go in. Like tourists can go in and talk with them. Well, hopefully not, Tony. Hopefully not. Let me see. Let me look for it now. No, let me see how to find it now. Yes, this is from the other day. O'Connor Street will get a new Garda station after the Garda Commission has intervened. So basically, the Garda Commission has intervened, or so to say. So I read through it. OT put this up. So I read through a bit of the article. The Garda Commission done a U-turn. It's opened at the 13. Official Garda will be designated as official Garda station. Yeah. And it will be used as a guide. So obviously the public guards there that can talk to people, tourists and things like that. But it will be used as a Garda station, official Garda station, yeah. And it will have Garda cars and stuff like that. Yeah, they have 5 or 6 Garda cars, yeah. I think it's something like 20 cars too. To be based on that station. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm not too sure. It says about 4 or 5 cars. But they have a lot of cop cars now in Dublin. Yeah. But anyway, I don't know where that put it stopped, but anyway. Wait and see, I suppose. You can only hope it does, but. Yeah, there was, because there was, when I was in Dublin, beside the National Gallery, isn't it, that, beside the Gallery, remember, so there's a Gallery station right at the end, there. Then you're going down the street going that way, and the street going that way. And there used to be a Gallery station there, because I remember the sign, but it was closed up at the time. I know, but I know some of them can be idiots, let's put it that way. But at the end of the day, if there wasn't Gals, Tony, we probably wouldn't be here at the moment. We'd probably be people weird in the streets. Well, they do weed the streets in the moment, gangs and things like that. But let's put it this way: they'll be coming in and shooting us and robbing us and God knows what. So at least, in fairness, there's some sense of law and order in some small capacity. I will say that. But no, you get what I'm saying. That thing charged now this time, getting up and down, like up and down. What time is it? 9 o'clock. Like a lot of girls actually too are leaving the force. You'll be surprised. There's more leaving now than ever was. I don't know about mind control. Well, I suppose you can understand schools, but I don't know about healthcare systems. That's if you ever get into the healthcare systems, because there's some people. I know one person in Cavan here that's waiting 2 months for to even just see a doctor. Like this, just to see the GP because there's no doctor. So, I don't know that. Oh, I know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But yeah, there's not. There's a lot of guys leaving now. Yeah, we do this thing in a few minutes time, this fire simulator, we play a bit of this. Then from Friday probably onwards, I don't know what time Friday. We start the Call of Duty York. That was only a fine office, was it? Oh, it was only a fine office, it wasn't a Gouda station. But it still had Gouda logo on, but I kind of see what you're saying, yeah. So it's a fine office. Yeah, that was back, that's not today or yesterday, that's a long time ago now. which is probably a shop now or something like that now. It's a long time since I've seen it. Yeah, it's a good while since I looked in that direction anyway, when I was up in Dublin. Aye, it's bad weather everywhere. It was all right up until 8 o'clock then I started pissing. The late 80s, so yeah. Still, I don't know if there's still the Garda logo on it. Where's the Google Street View? It's like, I could have swore the Street View's still on it. Where am I here? We have a look-see. Just to see if I don't know when the last update of the Connor Street. No. I'm going the wrong side of them. Let me see. When was this last updated so I can see? 2022. Okay. Aye, there was. Like there was, yeah, there's the place I'm talking about on Connor Street. Still has the Garda kind of sign and thing on it. Like it's empty now, but that's from what year is that? Oh, 2022, yes, it's in the top. That's the place. I thought it was on the corner. It's on the corner standing bit. There's a woman there. Yeah, that's a. I knew I wasn't seeing. I remember seeing the thing in the foot. There's more guards and carpenters in Tullamore now. They have the armed support unit in here. They have special detectives too down here. A lot of guards down here now. More guards than ever was now. So they have two nearly Garda stations now in Carpenter. They're using the old Garda barracks there beside the bus office there in Cavan. Yeah, but I was just kind of thinking, you think it wouldn't have the Garda logo and things that on it if it was just a fine office. But okay, that's fine. Thanks, Sean. I didn't know, obviously. If I was in Dublin, I probably wouldn't have. But anyway, thank you. At least I know now. I can say that was a fine office. Do you think they would have took down the logo if they never used the place? Do you think they would have took it out? Because there'd be some people like randomly come up from the country and they'd be like, what the fuck is this? Yeah. Oh, God forbid somebody had to report a crime and they were trying to open the door of the gas barracks and there was no guards there, like, you know. Oh, you need every wits now, yeah. But who owns that building now? Is it the Office of Public Works, is it? Was the Garda not use up that building again and uses the Garda station, fully Garda station this time? Like, I don't know when the time we're putting it this time. Oh, I'm sure the people put it on record before, Tony. But yeah, they used the old barracks in the town too, the old Garda barracks from years ago. Along with the one across from the courthouse, which is the official Garda station. The old Garda barracks beside the bus office there, they're using that as the traffic cops headquarters now. It's now in Taller, so they moved down to Tipperary, okay. I don't know why it wouldn't want in a central location down in Tipperary, but okay, fair enough. And Garda Síochána's logic isn't that right? They have they have the best logic on Garda Síochána. They know what they're talking about. Ooh, I have a lot of tin cups to buy now. I wouldn't know where it is until I don't know what's there. I probably wasn't what's nature Tipperary. It's a long way to Tipperary, to the sweetest I know. Goodbye. Hello, Mark. How are you? Good to see you. How are you doing? How is tricks? How is business? How is business? So yeah, in a few minutes' time we go over to the fire simulator. So if anybody wants to come over and watch, what I mean by go over is that. No, I said we're going here, we're going there. We're over here. We're everywhere and everyhow. Where am I here and what am I trying to achieve? Yeah, it's going to be pissy, but even more. And yeah, Calvin Gate, it's Farnham. But the old Garda station down, there used to be the old Garda station back years ago, across with, say, Phelan School there. They're using that as the traffic cops' headquarters for Garda in Canada. Have a new job, very good. Oh, glad. So I hope you're enjoying it, Mark. But yeah, they're using that. So they have so many gals in Cavan, basically. The one in Farnham Street cannot contain the amount of cops. So they're using that as a temporary, bit, because the one in Farnham Street is not that big compared to the other gas stations in the country. Adams hasn't been here in donkey's years. Kingdoms have risen and fallen in that amount of time. Kingdoms have risen and fallen in that amount of time. Yeah, because there's so many guards in Cavan. There's literally so many of them, they don't know what to put them. And the one in Farnham Street is quite small compared to the other guard stations as a headquarters. But technically speaking, it's technically not a guard station, but technically so it is because the guards are there. Are you on TikTok? No, I'm not on any kind of TikTok. Not on TikTok. But yeah, so technically it is, but technically not, because it's just basically the user that's storage reason. It's in Torres as well. Jeez, everybody's in Torres. Where's the Gallard Training College? That's down Tipperary too. No, there's one in Bay, fucking excuse me, in Bayabo. There's one in Bayabo too. The Bayabo Gallard Station. They're building a new one in Bayabo there. They're building a new headquarters for that district there. There's a temporary one open half the time down in Ballyconnor there, and the one in Beltover's open all the time. So let me see. 1, 2. 1, 2. Yeah, so basically the one across from the courthouse is technically the only Gouda station, but technically speaking, the old Gouda barracks is still being used by an Gouda Síne Conaill. If that makes any sense. If that makes any sense, because the Gouds are still using it particularly the traffic cops are using it, because they still own that building, the old Gouds barracks. I don't know. Does that make any sense? Because the one across from Farnham is very, very small. Yeah, the one down the Farnham Street is the Cavan District headquarters, yeah. Yeah, but technically, again, it's hard to specify because there is guards inside of the other one. But it's the official one, let's put it that way, the official one is across from the courthouse, but there's another one down the road. that they have guards in, basically. It's kind of hard to specify, but if you ever around the bus station there, the old Gala barracks, I can show you. But you kind of would see, because look into the back and you see the Gala squad cars there. You probably won't be able to see in. But there's some guards inside of it. Because they were talking back a while ago about getting a new Gala station, getting another, building another Gala, or building onto this Gala station in Varnum Street. Because it is a bit too small now. It's a bit crammed. You know, it's crammed. I've been in it many times, looking around and things like that. It's crammed. When my TikTok says 10k views, Jesus, in with the big shots. That's great to hear, Mark. That's great. That's great. What was I saying? I was looking for Google Maps. So let me see. Brain see, yeah, I know one person too. TikTok used to know at school, and she was saying to me one of the days. And the arm support you use is the base, which you're talking about there's a lot of arm support unit in Cavan too, so there's a lot of them, and they don't know where to put them. Like there's a lot of them. Because again, there's trouble. There's a good bit of trouble now, and then there's detectives too down in Cavan too. Let me see, where am I here? Abbey Street, yeah, it's Abbey Street, couldn't remember the name of it. So the old Garda Barracks, you probably know this. But this used to be the old Garda Barracks back years ago in Cavan. So this is the old Garda Barracks used to be in Cavan. So you probably would know it. So St. Phelim's is across here in the town. Yeah. And the bus station in Cavan is just there. So across from that used to be the old Garda Barracks. Let me see, I don't know, if you look into here, I probably shouldn't be talking about this. I was saying, let me see if I could see in. I don't know when's this from. This is from 2020. But yeah, the U's in here. Teppermore, yeah. Teppermore and Tipperary, yeah. Yeah, but so the U's in here. So the Gouda Cows Park, that might have been another mark or whatever. But yeah, a lot of if you look in there, next time I'm in the town, and I'm going past, I'll take a picture and I'll show you. If I'm allowed, probably be arrested. But yeah, they use the courtyard in here, the park Gouda cows, extra Gouda cows and things like that. And then they use the back of the place. Again, this is the old Gouda barracks in the town now. Also, I seen me hole the other day. Have you seen me hole? I did. I seen him in the car going past the other day. It was yesterday. I seen him yesterday when I was out and about. Yeah, I think it might have been the OOC barracks, so I can't remember. But yeah, back in the 60s, that was the Garda barracks, and then they moved down to Farnham Street, where they built the new Garda barracks across from the courthouse. Because that straight away looks like a Garda station. It's straight to the interior and all that. Like the outside, it has that feel of a Garda station. Is that thing charged? It fucking still not charged. Useless. Useless. 8 people here. Jesus, everybody's here tonight. Anyway, good evening, everyone. As I say, sorry, I was too busy talking on it. But yeah, we'll switch over in a few minutes to the Fire Simulator. Yep. Happy Christmas. Bit early, bit early, Mark. Bit too early. You've had a few months early. So after Halloween, then fair enough. Fair enough then. Aye, he was up there. The British, what he called British Irish Parliamentary yoke was on in Cavan. I happened to come across him going through Cavan, going to it. You couldn't see because there was obviously black windows in the counting, but you could tell it was him because obviously the Galway escort and things. Yeah, he like straight away has the appearance of a Garda station, you know. One of them, you can tell by looking at it, like it looks. But yeah, if you ever around, you can look in the back and there'll be cop cars in the back. Yeah. You probably, I wouldn't advise taking pictures around it, but I probably get arrested. I probably wouldn't have had a Celts uniform on me, they would have couldn't really do much. Yeah, but you're saying a Coffin County cultural business. Christmas, around December. 2 months time, isn't it? Actually, barely 2 months. Leo's back. Leo is back. Coming home, boy, just coming home with him. Mm-hmm. I don't know, did we shuffle the whole cabinet? I wonder. Will Leo leave everybody that's there? Or do we shuffle it? At the end of December, I thought that was the beginning of December. I wonder where we shuffle, like, take for example, what do you call you, man? Like, I wonder whether we shuffle the cabinet or whatever. Or will we just leave everybody who's there? Because I think it's about time we kick some out. Hello, Assassin. Hope you and your mum's doing okay. Hope you and Rose are doing okay. Which and what? What are we talking about? Oh, you're talking to Tony. Sorry, I thought you were talking to me. Very good to hear. Very, very good. And we'll probably switch over in about 5 minutes' time to this game. Well, it probably won't be 5 minutes. I'll probably take a minute or two just to relax. Well, not relax, but just get myself a cup of tea or something like that. Bring down some of these dishes and get them washed. I say to you, Emmanuel, and I don't believe. Sing, no. No. Someday I will. I sang before, so someday I will. And sometimes I could just randomly sing. So it's just a kind of drop of a hat. Oh yeah, you hear the TDs getting €20,000 for the constituency officers because they're too mean to pay for themselves. Sorry, back off, you know. And the people it's struggling to pay the bills and have to abandon it, but the TDs and €100,000 plus the expenses are getting €20,000. Sorry, excuse me, play back off. I know. I was in the doctors one of the days a few weeks ago, and the doctors just didn't pass any marks. I just went in. So you don't really have to. Nobody's really going to force you. You can if you want, of course. That's still really charging. Good God. Let me see. Let me see. What? Who's Mrs. O'Keefe? I couldn't know. I don't know who Mrs. O'Keefe is. Oh, thanks everyone for 9 likes. I just seen that too. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh God. That's good to hear, is that good? Do you know about the Celtic? I heard of it, yeah. I've heard of it. No, I don't know much about it, but I've heard of it. I've seen it a few times. I've heard about it a few times. I don't know. Yeah, it was my old school was trying to work out. I didn't know Mrs. O'Keefe when I was at school. That's not really again. I'm trying to think of that. I probably did know Mrs. O'Keefe because there was some substitute teachers, sometimes stayed and things like that. So could be again. It's 2 years there, so I don't know. I can't remember Mrs. O'Keefe. There was Mrs. Kelly, but I don't know what maybe they misspelled it. Yeah, unfortunately, the other day too, I was giving the news to one of my teachers I used to have when I was in Tour Geo. Yeah, passed away, so it was very unfortunate too. That she passed away. She was always a very funny teacher. Now it was good fun, good sense of humour. But it's unfortunate now that she passed away. And I wouldn't mind showing her 2 years retirement, but I know. So it's unfortunate. She didn't have, she teached all her life, and she only had 2 years retirement. But anyway, unfortunately, that's the way it goes. Anyway, I didn't know. I probably would have went to the funeral, but I didn't know until the last minute about it. Let me see. This thing's still charging. So yeah, we'll probably switch over now in a second to. I need to charge this tablet too because it's probably going to die if I don't charge it. It's on about 30% there. Probably most likely, yeah. No bother, Fiona. I'm just gonna go and put these cups down. I'll be back in 2 seconds, and then we'll probably go over to the fire simulator thing. So just give me 2 seconds just to get everything. So back in a second. Which show are you talking about? Which show are you talking about? It's your card. I don't know what to say about that, Sean, but I had a maths teacher that was, I don't know what you call it, but I don't know. I suppose the end of the only what every teacher, the job of every teacher is just to teach, learn something. I can't speak English. But yeah, some of my teachers now are fucking amazing teachers now. And then there were some of them that were just the most evil pricks. Forgive my language, but they ever existed. But yeah, there was a few of them that were absolute outstanding teachers. Like without a doubt, like without a shadow of a doubt, were the best teachers. Some of them are the best teachers in the world. But yeah, I set up this yoke now. Let me just see if it's a. Just to fix the thing for a second. So he was just fixing the wire behind the yoke, so behind my telly, so get the PS5 and go. Oh yeah. The Police Simulator hadn't updated. Actually, let's just check. There's another Police Simulator coming out next month. So that'll be a lot more fun now. We have a look at the play simulator first. That's fair enough. I still have to do a review of the thing. Uh, let's have. I see what the play simulator. What is the update? Because the update is something. The play simulator. Remember the play simulator we've been playing last year. So we see if they uploaded, if they updated and put more missions or something like that in it. We do that tonight. But I just check before we jump into it. But next month there's supposed to be absolutely amazing play simulator coming out, so it should be fun. And then obviously we have Call of Duty this week too. New Call of Duty this week, lads. Going to be amazing graphics anyway. You can do tell people saying how great the graphics are. So make sure you tune in. I don't know what time Friday we'll be doing. It'll probably be late night now Friday. But Saturday I'll probably make time to play it. Because again it was €80. Like fuck me with €80. Gavin people complaining about money. But yeah, like, that's ridiculous for a game. But definitely we will just play through the campaign. And then we'll probably just do it on Veteran, the whole campaign on Veteran at some point. Just to annoy me. So it should be fun. I don't think we do multiplayer. It's the zombies. Yeah, that seems harsh now, sure. But look at it, at least it's in the past now. That's the way I look at it. How much was the chair? It was 3 something, and I can't remember how exactly. 300 something, was it? It was either 300 or it was 200 something. Can't remember exactly, Sean. I could look for the receipt, but I can't remember. Can't remember the top of my head. I can't remember. I said it at one point. I actually can't remember. It's a while since I bought it now. How long do I have to check? Good 4 months, it must be. Yeah, I don't have the work at the top of my head now. Mark. Let me see. Is anything new on this police simulator? I'm just checking it out because it was updated there. I don't know. Let's have a look. I'm just briefly looking at it. No more squeaky, yeah, but the one just fell apart, like it got well used. It just absolutely fell apart and I had to buy it, which was fucking sad because I was hoping to get an active one. Mean. PS mean. Well, at some point I needed to get it anyway, so. Oh my god, I'm stuck. They didn't fix the robberies yet. Yeah, some teachers just absolutely fucking pricks. I can tell you a story or two about it. Like there was one that literally in my school, and I hate to use the word, but honestly, he should have been on some kind of list. And I'm not going to use the word, but he honestly should be on some list. He was there, he was a substitute teacher, but he honestly should have been on a list. So, take it as you will, my good souls. Bam, bam, bam. Let me see, did they update the... No, they didn't add it, so it must be just bug fixes and stuff like that. They didn't add the gunplay back. Whenever they do add the gunplay, like, you know, update the gunplay and stuff in this game, we go back to it and we have a look at it. I have to still have to fucking do the... Sure, human thing. Let me just see. Let me just check something else. Sorry, I'm taking a while to start. That the list. Some teachers are lovely, yeah, of course. It's kind of a bad and good reality too. Like there was, I could talk about 1 or 2 teachers all day, but how good they were and how nice they were. Like some teachers are amazing. Like honestly, teacher of the year or something. Without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah, I'm gonna do my review anyway of Destroy Humans at some point. Just want to check something. I'll probably try and do that before the end of next week. I might do it this evening actually when I finish live stream. Yeah, I just need to just check. Um, yeah, that's fine. Sorry. So we can start. Oh, the files. Yeah, forget things. We have files later. Itchy ham, money coming. So yeah, I think we switch over to the yolk. Never noticed it, Sean. Jesus, I'm surprised that spun me, is it? But yeah, it's nice. It's good. Yeah, it's vibration and all that too. I can put it on. But yeah, we go over. So just to say, I'm literally starting right now. Just charge this phone. So I'm literally going live playing this fire simulator. So enjoy me in a second. I actually set it up until. Just give me a second. I don't know how long. So yeah, I'm going to start now. Starting now, we. Alright, so we're ready to go. So yeah, I'm going live literally right now. So as soon as you see this go, I'm going live in the thing. So anybody that's joining me, I talk to you there. Anybody that's going, I talk to you later in text. So tuning in, and I talk to you again. Why am I charging my phone? I'm literally my phone is fully charged. I'm about to charge this. I'm so stupid. So yeah, thank you for watching. Subscribe more, and bye.